Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us here today at Bitcoin Exchange. This is Jay, your host, and as promised, we are putting out a video today that our last teaser video explained a little bit about, and we told you it'd be out in 2 days, and here it is. So I want to go through this with you slowly. I'm not in a hurry. I don't need you to be in a hurry. I need you to watch this and focus because this is an opportunity of a lifetime, and I don't say that lightly. This video is going to be broken into two sections. The first section is me going through the website and explaining a few things. The second section, for those who find this deeply interesting and want more, is going to go through the company presentation. At the end of the company presentation, scrolling across the top of the video, will be our dedicated email address for those that want to go ahead and give this a shot or want to reach out to us for more information. You can email us. And in that email, I want you to put, if you email us with the email address at the end of this video, in the subject, I want you to put, I am interested in more information, or I am interested in joining. We need to know that so that we'll be able to monitor and to be able to understand the marketing techniques and which is working and which is not. Okay, so that being explained, let's move into this. Every so often I come across an opportunity that jumps out at me. And across my desk I get things every day from all over the place. And this channel has brought us in contact with people literally in 58 different countries. And so we get a lot of different opportunities. We look into them and some of them we throw away, some of them we put on the shelf. This one I actually, we didn't shelve it. We actually tried it with our own money. Two of our team members went in last year about this time and wanted to kind of put a little bit in and vet out. One of ours did not put a whole lot in, but they put a whole lot of work in because they are also a team builder for multi-level marketing, and they built a phenomenal team underneath them. And so the other member of our team said, I'm just going to throw, I think it was $1,000 into this, and his money has 10x'd at this particular time. So in 12 months, his money is 10x, which is the way this program has been designed to work. Now, you will get a minimum of 3x if you just buy a package and then just leave it and just a year later come back. It will be worth 3 times what you put in it as far as US dollar value. But there's a way to work this, several ways actually, to where the return of your investment is mind-blowing what this can do. And so team member A, what they did was they bought a package, and every time the opportunity come around, they rebought using the reward money coming in from the package. So, and I'll explain that in detail in just a second. The other person put some money in and then shared it with a bunch of their friends. Now, I cannot go into great detail, but team member number 2, again, been working this for a year, has pulled off at least $2 million off of this and is pulling off well over $15,000 a day in value off and then putting that into Bitcoin, and has been doing that now for quite a while. Absolutely insane. Team number 1 is also elated with his $10,000 that he has now and is continuing now to invest more and more. And the rest of our team is coming in now going, okay, we know this is legitimate. We know that we have tested this for a year and it has been simple and flawless. And in that year, we have also sent out private investigators and done other things with boots on the ground to find out who these people are behind this and to vet this out as cleanly and as thoroughly as we could. And I would be happy to explain and tell you that I can tell you the 2 men that are heading this organization, we can tell you their names, the date of birth, where they were born, and their last location that they were residing in. Now, we also know that they're not after our money. There's a goal here, and these people just absolutely are amazing. The footprint of this company goes back just shortly after Satoshi Nakamoto released his white paper on Bitcoin in 2009. So these people are staples in the community, and supporting not only blockchain technology but the cryptocurrency market. They own percentages of over 200 different exchanges, cryptocurrency exchanges across the world. They own 3% of Binance, which is insanely huge. They own all 100% of the crypto exchange called BW, which stands for Bitcoin Website, one of the original exchanges in crypto. They own it all. They own 100% of, I think it's called Woo Exchange, WOO, and they own percentages of 197 other exchanges across the globe. And their company, which is really an ecosystem, is thriving off of the mining equipment that they have in place. And they have mined over 30,000 Bitcoins, so there's billions there. And they have all of the exchange fees that are coming in proportionate to the amount of each exchange that they own are all coming into this particular ecosystem, which is huge. Because in the past, other people have sent things to me, and we've looked at company after company. Oh my goodness. This guy's trading here. We've got boots on the ground, and we've done some things. We've done our research, and there's only been a couple that we really liked. But there's absolutely no hidden curtain with the Wizard of Oz behind it, and you don't know anything about it. Everything is wide open and in the open. In fact, these two gentlemen have actually shaken hands with former President Trump in the White House, and there's pictures of that floating around. There's a documentary on cryptocurrency in episode 6 that is involved in that particular documentary, being now currently shown, as I understand it, on Amazon Prime, features one of the owners of this particular system, and so opportunity as well. So before I get into their website, I want to explain to you how this works, because it's cryptocurrency US dollar Tether in, and if in Tether, as you know, can be either on the Ethereum blockchain. Tether can be on the Binance blockchain, smart chain. And Ethereum also, Tether can also be on the Tron blockchain. I would suggest using just the Ethereum. Obviously, it's easier, and that would make it kind of seamless. And they also, if you do decide to do this, they would like for you to use a Google Gmail account. Okay, it just simplifies things, speeds things up. That being said, we're not dealing with a company that says they're trading and they're not. You know how that has been. Though the funds that are coming in from the exchanges and from the mining equipment and from the people that are buying, like you and I, that are buying these packages. That money goes into the mining equipment, and then it comes back. And the way this works is it will multiply your reward package. So let's say, okay, right now the rewards, and you'll see this in the extended video part of this, part B of this, but there's basically a $300 package, which is the minimum that you can come in. So you can come in with as little as $300. There's a $500 package, and then there's a $1,000 package. So if someone wanted to come in with, say, $5,000, they would go to the $1,000 package and buy 5 of them, and it doesn't take long at all to do this. But what you're doing, let's just use the $1,000 package as a understanding of how this works. You will get $1,000 worth of HU reward points, is what this is. And each one of these reward points is worth $1 Tether, okay? And the 1,000 reward points, if you do nothing, in a year will be worth 3,000 reward points, at which point then you can start removing them off every day and turning them back into a cryptocurrency. They use Molecular Future as their base coin, and then from Molecular Future you can turn it into any other coin you want. Now, because it's been a year for most countries, that's long-term capital gains. If you needed that kind of information, I believe it's long-term capital gains. You can check with your own tax advisors on that. But you're not in and out with every trade with crypto. It's rewards, reward points. This is brilliant. But on a $1,000 package every day, you're going to start off with, you will get 50 reward points worth $1 a piece. Okay, so when you have 50 or more points, you can rebuy a $50 package. If you went in with $1,000 every day, you're going to get 50 points every day. You can buy another package for 50 points, which would become 150 at the end of 1 year. It will 3x. But you keep doing that every day. And pretty soon what will happen is you'll get 51 points, 51 and a quarter points, 52 points. And they add up. If you put more money into this, you buy more packages, and I've done this, those accrue as well. I can tell you that as you're doing this, if you continue to reinvest your points, you can up to 13x your money in 12 months, thereabout, approximately. Okay? So that is absolutely huge. And then you can start pulling your points off at any point. Day one, you can start pulling the 50 points, turn it back into a $50 tether and walk away, and just do that every day for 600 days. It's a 600-day contract, basically. So you can do that, or you can reinvest, and every reinvestment's a 600-day contract, and it pays out. And at the end of that, you at any point between now and then, you can start pulling off and not reinvesting and just putting that money into Tether and other crypto and doing what you want with it. It's absolutely insane. I know that I personally have done this, and I have 3 positions that I have been working with. And I have well over $50,000 invested in this because I believe in this. We wouldn't be sharing this opportunity with you if not. But I can tell you that at this time next year, my portfolio will be well over 7 figures. And then it's all reward points. And then I can start exchanging those rewards for molecular future coins, and then turning them into Ethereum and doing whatever I want, which my plans are to retire and buy a house. So anyway, this is the way this works. Okay, you're buying rewarded points, and you're rebuying with your reward points. And if you choose to sell it, to tell your friends and invite them in, and the only way into this is through a referral. So this is why you would need to ask us for the joining link to join our team, the referral link to join our team. So if you tell your friends, you give them your referral link, and you can do like our second team member and invite friends, and they invite their friends, and before you know it, you have this big downline tree, and you have rewards coming to you daily and monthly, and you can absolutely... The sky is the limit with this, folks. I really wouldn't even know where to begin to tell. I'm blown away at what I've heard from our team member who's reported back and explained to us. And he's not lying or fabricating anything. He's a former FBI agent, and he knows what he's talking about. So we have a lot of good people involved in this. We feel very strongly about it. We wouldn't bring it to you otherwise. If you are interested and this seems to have your attention, watch the other half of the video and then reach out to us with the email that's at the end. And then we'll happily get back in touch with you. We need you to reach out to us and ask us for this. I'm not going to put a link there, just anyone click, because that's not proper, number one, and that's not personal. Mark and I want this channel to be proper and to be personal. And we want to reach out to you individually and say, okay, we got your email. Here's the referral link. This is where you and I come in contact, and I can give you information and answer any questions you may have, and help your family and your friends. And if you are a team builder, we'll do everything we can to help you build your team. And if you're not a team builder, that's okay. We will walk with you in this journey together, and hopefully this will change your life the way it's changing every other person that's already involved. Now, to say all that, I'm going to round up this half of this video by saying this. This company, we'll go right here to it. It's called HyperFund. It's part of the HyperCapital unit, the HyperCapital ecosystem. And HyperFund, and you go over here to the team, they tell you who they are. Jaden Wei is the CEO, but the big boys behind it's Ryan Zhu and Sam Lee. These guys are multi-millionaires. Ryan Zhu, I believe, is worth way more than that. He single-handedly helped save Bitcoin in the cryptocurrency world in 2014. Unbelievable story. This guy's phenomenal what he's doing. These two guys here, in fact, this whole part of this, they're building towards a what's called a beachhead, and that beachhead is what they're doing is saying we're going to have this program in operation, And right now it's offering 3x as the minimum. Pretty soon they're going to drop that to 2x, but which is still great. But right now you're hearing this at a good time because you can jump in and get it before it goes away. But at the end of the deal, they're building a platform of people. They don't need our money. They're not going to steal our money. They're billionaires. What they're wanting and what they need is individuals in the group and in the platform, so that when they build 30 million strong, when they get 30 million people strong in Hyperfund, then they're going to go public, just like Coinbase did. Coinbase built, I don't know, 3, maybe 4 or 5 million, whatever, people in their Coinbase, and then they went public in their stocks, 4 billion, I think it was, something like that, $400 a piece. And people involved in that originally could have bought their stock at their pre-sale price and probably 200x their money within a month. Well, these folks are doing something similar to that, but they're not going for 2 or 3 billion. They're going for tens of billions of dollars when they launch this, and everyone involved in the ecosystem will have an opportunity to be a part of what's going on as they build, and when they launch and go public, we'll also have opportunities afforded us with that. And as you'll see in the second half of this, the people that are involved in the Hyperfund and they're incubating the rewards, there'll be rewards if you sign up friends below you, and those of you that will help do that and build yourself a team, you'll get these coins that are collecting in your back office, and they're called certified rewards, and these certified rewards are going to be there. And when Hyper Capital introduces a new coin, because it's a platform and it will introduce a new coin, you can buy that coin for fractions of what it's going to be when it hits the open market. And there's been people that I know that I've talked to within the ecosystem and in our team that have made tens of thousands of dollars just off of those rewards and buying the new coin. And then they launch the coin and this thing goes skyrocket. You go 50, 60 to 100x. 1400x or whatever that may be. They got in at the right point. This is an opportunity that you've been looking for to get into something early and to get into something strong and something that's vetted. It's absolutely wonderful what they're doing. If you're interested and you watched the video to this point, you owe it to yourself to take a 2-minute break, grab you a cup of coffee or a beer or whatever, grab you a Coke, sit down and watch the other half, which is about a 45-minute presentation, a company presentation, professionally done. And at the end of it, you'll have that email address that you can reach out to us and say, hey, I want to get involved. This sounds wonderful, or I want more information. And when you send us that, please, in the subject line, we know what the subject is. It's a dedicated email. So don't tell me I'm interested in Hyperfund. We know that. I want to know if you're interested in more information, or you want us to send the referral link for you to join. Now, when we send the referral link to join, we're going to also send you things that you can watch and look into and share with your friends and family and help. If you want to build, it would help everybody to at least put 2 or 3 people in, because it's only going to help you. And it doesn't, everybody's got 3, 4 friends, got family members, and they can get in for as little as $300. So this is kind of a no-brainer. One last thing that we'd like to say here, and we always say it on every video, is that Mark and I are not financial advisors. We're not licensed financial planners. We absolutely have nothing to do with any kind of licensed financial advice or anything like that. Everything that we're doing here is for entertainment purposes only, and to share with you opportunities that we've come across. Always, always, always do your own research, do your own investigations, invest at your own risk, and do due diligence on your end so that you protect you and your family from scams and different things like that. We are sharing this opportunity with you. We found it, we love it, we're involved with it, and we hope that you would like it too. So watch the other half of the video. Thanks again, and as always, we will see you in the future.
So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for attending this incredible Zoom today. We're super excited to have you here. We receive you with open arms, open heart, and thank you for giving us your time. It's valuable. The main part of this presentation is the first 20, 25 minutes. So we always ask if you can just, for the next 20 minutes, 25 minutes, shut off all distractions and give yourself the opportunity to get the most out of this Zoom. All right. Because what if this was it? And by it, I mean whatever it is for you, right? Like, we're all in the world, all of us are on our own little journey, on our own little path, and we're all searching for something that's going to take us to the next level, right? What if this was your thing? What if this was the knock on the door that you've been waiting for, that helps you accelerate wherever you are to the point you want to be next, and this thing takes you there? What if that was it? Wow. So listen with the intention and be selfish. It's okay for the next 20 minutes, just be selfish and think, how is this opportunity going to help me improve the quality of my life and those that I love? Just have that selfish backdrop as I'm sharing, and the rest is just enjoy this short overview. All right, we'll take questions in the break. All right, so I'm going to start with our income disclaimer. Participation in this project, like any other, involves risk. We know that. We're all intelligent adults, but I like to make the point. Why? Because look, anyone that exposes you to anything carries risk. We understand that. One thing that a lot of people are not great at is minimizing or mitigating risk. And so I just want to talk a little bit about that. When you get presented with information, don't just take it for face value. Do a little bit of due diligence, do a little bit of homework. Like, is the information that you're receiving, does it make sense from a credible perspective, right? Like, is it actually stacking up? And that's what this presentation is all about. All right. So I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving financial advice. I am going to share some incredible information that has completely transformed my 2020 into beyond magical. All right. And you'll get to hear more and more stories from people who it's having exactly the same impact on, absolutely transforming their 2020 in a way that none of us could have imagined at the beginning of this year. The opportunity is Hypertech Group, the world's strongest blockchain alliance. And I love that, because they're not just words. What you will see over the next few minutes is that one statement is the backdrop of everything this company does. Hypertech Group is the world's strongest blockchain alliance, and everything they do is in line with that. So we're talking about a multi-billion-dollar group, documented. And they started their journey way back in 2014, when one of the companies that our founder created was launched, called digitalx.com. Our founder, Ryan, launched this company, and he made a decision way back that, and when I say way back, like 11 years ago, that he was going to be a big part of the blockchain space. And gosh, has he delivered on his own promise, over delivered, I would say. So at some point in the journey, he wanted the governments and regulators around the world to acknowledge blockchain technology and the space in the same way it acknowledges any company in any trend, any arena in the world. And it took him 2 years fighting governments, fighting regulators, fighting owners of stock exchanges globally to knock on enough doors and make enough progress that eventually, after 2 years, the world's first publicly listed blockchain company came to be, and that is digitalx.com. So that's come purely out of our founder's massive passion to make a point, to pave the way, to set the standard for the future. The next company he also started in 2014 with his business partner Sam Lee is blockchainglobal.com. And here he invested over $300 million of his own money. Like, this is, just get this, he's invested his own money into over 80 projects, including, if you're familiar with the industry, projects like NEM and Tron. Now, if you're not familiar, all of this will make a lot more sense as you start looking into the industry. But NEM is a $1 billion plus cryptocurrency. You can check that out on coinmarketcap.com. And Tron is a $2 billion plus cryptocurrency, which you can also verify on coinmarketcap.com. So this is a multi-billion-dollar group with offices in over 22 locations around the world, continually growing. They are advising governments and Fortune 500 companies on blockchain technology going forward. The third pillar of Hypertech Group is Collinstar Capital. And Collinstar was founded 5 years ago, where Ryan invested over $400 million of his own money, again, into over 300 blockchain companies. Some of these brands you are super familiar with today. And so he's been there at the right time, at the right place, and backing companies when nobody else would. When the industry was on the brink of collapse, Ryan dug into his own pockets and started saving companies. And there's a whole documentary about the industry on Amazon Prime. If you haven't watched this documentary, it's a gem. It's called Next Blockchain on Amazon Prime. Go ahead and watch it. and especially episode 6. Why? Because Ryan absolutely dominates episode 6. This is nothing to do with promoting this company. It's an independent documentary about the industry, but you just get to see who Ryan is in the industry. He's an absolute legend, and he's known globally. Anyone that's in the space at the high level, they know Ryan. He's the king of crypto, globally known for everything he's done for this industry. Over 40 of the big cryptocurrency exchanges that exist in the world today, Ryan has funded over 40 of them with his own money. He's funded 12 of the top 20 cryptocurrencies in the world. Can you imagine? If you funded even one of them, you're a multi-billionaire. But if you funded 12 of the top 20, no one knows his net worth. Doesn't really matter. What everybody on the planet knows is that it's obscene, whatever it is, right? Just if you look at this is all documented. Everything's verifiable. Everything I share here, you can then go away and look at our due diligence document and verify everything that we're sharing. The fourth pillar of Hypertech Group is Hypercash, one of his many projects. Hypercash is a tokenized asset, which he delivered into the world 4 years ago and consistently lives in the top 100 coins in the world. Again, verifiable on coinmarketcap.com. And this is a project that he's doing directly with IBM, has been working on it for the last 4 years, solving a massive IT challenge around quantum computers. And so this is a quantum resistant security project that he's working on for 4 years, an issue that doesn't even come to pass until the future. He's a visionary. He's working one step ahead. And again, this project funded by government organizations, research done by top universities around the world. The legend himself, Ryan Zhu, our visionary founder, self-made multi-billionaire investor, and one of the world's biggest cryptocurrency miners since 2009, is offering us an opportunity to partner with him. How about that? How would you like to partner with the individual that has been mining cryptocurrency since 2009, was the first person to start large-scale mining when he purchased all of the available mines in 2014 when the industry collapsed, put them under one roof, and started large-scale mining. When everyone else is running, he upped his game. He funded projects like Binance. Even today, he's a 3% shareholder. He funded projects like ZB.com. He's a majority shareholder there today as well, 35% holding. He owns the Who Exchange. He also owns Hypercash, HyperDAO, and Molecular of the Future. These are tokenized assets. HyperDAO is a complete decentralized finance project that is going to just really pave the way forward in that space of decentralized finance. He's funded 12 of the top 20 cryptos, things like Ripple, Monero, Tether, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash. These are brands, they're household names for people that are in the space, right? And he's a majority shareholder of 5 publicly listed. These are companies that exist on the stock exchange. Massive transparency, massive accountability, massive achievement. How many people do you personally know that have listed a company on a stock exchange, let alone 5? It's a rare thing on the planet for people to achieve that level of success even once, twice, 3 times. When somebody does it 5 times, then for me, they go into a level of status that goes beyond question in terms of their abilities and their integrity, and just what a solid blue chip CV, bio, boom, there you go. That's who I am. That's what I've done, not with arrogance, not with ego. Just this is, I love this space. Here's what we've done. Amazing. I don't know of a single entrepreneur on planet Earth that has gone from 0 to everything I'm sharing here in just 6 years. His business partner, Sam Lee, another cryptocurrency and blockchain legend, early adopter. He is a very famous speaker on the blockchain circuit, has traveled the world, gets invited as a keynote speaker on all of the big blockchain summits globally, including having spoken at the United Nations and the World Economic Forum. Together, they've opened up 16 blockchain centers around the world. These are free schools for the public, walk-in schools, massive buildings, massive kind of space for public to go in and learn about blockchain and crypto. Why? They're committed to the industry. They've got 16 in 13 cities around the world. They want to open up 300 over the next few years. That's their goal. They work with companies like Amazon and Microsoft, and he's been interviewed with all the biggest media channels in the world and consistently is the go-to guy for what is next in the blockchain and crypto space. They've got government partnerships. Like, really, when I sit there and look for credibility, if these guys are good enough for governments, if they're good enough for massive Fortune 500 companies, and they are good enough for global institutions, then they're certainly good enough for little old Kalpesh Patel. And I'm sure you will agree with me that they're good enough for you. And so if credibility is what you're looking for, these guys have over-delivered. All right, it doesn't get better than this. You can see here, signing an MOU with the Australian Trade Investment Commission, Russian government-owned bank, Ambassador of Indonesia, SEC of Montenegro, Geneva delegation, big fintech authorities in Thailand, and another MOU with Denmark. So, and there's a whole list like this. It goes on and on and on, doesn't stop. I've just condensed it down to a slide. So, these guys have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt their ability to do things at the very, very top level. What more do we want, right? And so they've just delivered, a card to us. What a phenomenal card. My nephew got his yesterday. Wow, is all I'm going to say. Wow, wow, wow. What a feeling when that thing arrives through the letterbox, right? But let me tell you a little bit about this. These guys own their own bank. Hyperbank is operational in 176 countries in the world. 100% bank grade security. Everything is, fully regulated and launched on a global level, to the point that when you bring your cryptocurrencies into this bank account, into the wallet, you will earn interest on your cryptocurrency just like you earn interest in a bank. How about that? So 10% a year on your Bitcoin, 5.7% a year on your Tether, you name it, you start making money on just holding your currency in that wallet. Also, you can spend your cryptocurrency as if it's cash. This card allows you to walk into any shop and swipe your card and buy goods and services just like you would with any card. How about that? The difference is you're spending crypto balance and the shopkeeper is receiving cash, a seamless system that allows mass adoption to happen beautifully. And also small to medium businesses can now accept cryptocurrency easily with this app. And the beautiful thing, this card is the only card that I know of in the blockchain and crypto space that allows you, the customer, to spend up to $50,000 a day. $50,000 a day. Now, not that many people on the planet are going to spend $50,000 a day, right? But the fact that you can speaks volumes to me. Who are the owners of this company that they are able to influence lawmakers and regulators in the financial industry to approve a debit card in 176 countries around the world to spend up to $50,000 a day? Every other card I've ever seen has a limit of 500 a day, 1,000 a day, couple of thousand a day tops. So again, this just speaks volumes of credibility to me once again. So the question then becomes, would you like to partner with such a group? Just look at the accolades. When I look at this screen, you don't know how excited I get. I'm like, my business partner did this. Either they own or they have funded and own shares in everything that you see here. And now if you're familiar with the industry, all of these big blockchain brands, then you are going to very quickly realize that this is the only opportunity in the world that, for me, a very selfish perspective, I know, is worth talking about. This gives you bragging rights. So you better be bragging, right? This is bragging rights stuff. Never has any entrepreneur achieved so much in such a little space of time. And so the ecosystem is what they're putting together next, right? So this is the plan. There's a grand master plan here, and your role in that is very, very clear. These guys have just launched a bunch of stuff, right? So they've got their own bank. That's been in the world for the last 3 years. Over 1 million customers already using this. Billions of dollars already in the bank. They own Hyperpay. So you can download this app on your phone right now from the App Store and open your bank account, do your KYC, bring in your crypto and earn interest. Order the card if you like and spend your crypto as if it was cash. Absolutely stunning. Next in line, we hear through the grapevine, Hyper Talk, our own messenger app, just like Telegram, just like WeChat or WhatsApp, only here We'll be able to send each other cryptocurrency directly through the messenger. Wow. Are you kidding me? I can't wait. They're making it easier and easier for the masses to move crypto around in and amongst each other and into the world. This is breakthrough stuff. Soon after that, the launch of our mall, just like Amazon or Alibaba, the platform there, our own mall, where members of this community will get extra benefits to shop in our mall over and above if they went to Amazon or anywhere else. And also the ability to earn rewards on the mall. Wow, I'm excited. Our own financial platform. Imagine being able to go and apply for mortgages and loans in the future directly from the community hub, the platform. How amazing is that going to be? Our own exchange is going to come soon following after that. We're going to have our own social media platform, our own news channel, our own mining, really efficient mining. So again, this is going to give you the ability to diversify your wealth and accelerate your wealth creation. This is high level conversation, guys and girls. And so what is the next goal? 30 million customers, a multi-billion-dollar IPO plan. The fifth pillar of Hypertech Group is Hyperfund Global. Hyperfund Global is a platform that allows you and the people around you to come together and join the movement and benefit from this massive industry, a genuine passive opportunity. You can become a member of this community and profit from the biggest wealth transfer of our time. Let me let that land for a second. This has never happened before. Money never disappears. I've often said this, money never disappears. It only moves direction. And those that know where it has moved to have a significant advantage over those that are left in the dark. And so you're being made aware here. Your friend has invited you. Now you know you can't unsee this stuff. Money's moving quickly. The next decade, trillions are moving into this space. And you, if you want to, can benefit from that move. This group has been put together for that exact reason. You can join Hyperfund today and benefit through their money-making mechanisms. What are their money-making mechanisms? Let's have a look. First of all, let me remind you, they have been mining cryptocurrency for 11 years. They've been large-scale mining for 6. So they're one of the biggest mining groups in the world and are able to collect cryptocurrency, whichever ones that are worth mining. They know all of that because they're the experts. They've been around from day dot. So they just move their focus to where it's needed, and they mine efficiently as anybody else can on large scale. They are whales. What does that mean? Well, they own so much cryptocurrency, whether it's Bitcoin or Ethereum or any number of coins that they funded, 12 of the top 20, that when they buy, the market increases, and when they sell, the market drops by a few percent on every transaction. And when they do that, they literally collect cash from the market for nothing. It's free money. They're just, they know what's going on in the market. They look at the numbers, they make their move, they capture the move, and then they walk out of the market. So they're not gambling. This is the house. They're not the people that walk into the casino through the front door. These are the guys that park up below and jump in the lift to go to the top floor. They own the whole infrastructure. They're angel investors. They catch great blockchain projects early. Look at their history, 6 years. They've got more rights in that 6 years than anyone else I know. And they've got this magic touch, right? They've got the Midas touch. You don't accidentally invest in 12 out of the top 20 cryptocurrencies in the world. You don't accidentally invest in 40 plus solid global cryptocurrency exchanges. That doesn't happen by accident. That is a very smart, kind of tick box, whatever their due diligence process is, that works. Their system absolutely works. They launch their own successful projects into the world. They stake projects. They list other people's tokens on big exchanges and earn huge fees. They earn fees on cryptocurrency exchanges they own and all of the 40 plus cryptocurrency exchanges that they have got shares in, that they funded as angel investors. Every time somebody buys or sells something on Binance, these guys make a slice of it. How about that? And any number of those platforms. So today they're saying, listen, we're ready to go to the next level. They've spent 6 years getting the back end right. The foundation is set. The tech is ready. They've got all of the resources that they need to handle that stuff. What they now want is the customers. They're now pushing for mass adoption, and that's where we come in. When you join this community, they will teach us everything we need to know about blockchain and crypto through Mars Academy. We will receive daily rewards between 0.5% and 1% every single day just for being in the community, just for joining. Think about that. You join this community and boom, you win straight away. And then the third benefit is that you have the opportunity to jump into phenomenal new projects before the masses jump in, and giving yourself a 20 to 30% below market value advantage. If you love what you hear, become a part of the community. Just sign up. Takes all of a couple of minutes to open up your account. Whoever invited you here will send you a link. You click on the link and sign up. You can sign up for as little as $300. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard me right. You can partner with Ryan and his incredible team of professionals on a global scale for $300 one time. No monthly fees, no hidden gotchas, just bang, done. $300, you're in the system, and then you will receive 0.5% to 1% rewards every day based on the value of your membership until your membership value has doubled. Meaning that if you bought a $300 membership today, you will receive $1.50 minimum, 0.5% minimum per day, up to $3 a day. But let's just work on the minimums for the sake of this presentation. 0.5% a day is $1.50 a day every day, $45 a month every month until you've had $600 back. Takes a little over a year. Are you in? I'm in. If you're in a position, buy a bigger membership. You can buy a $500, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000. There's no upper limit, only a minimum of 300, no upper limit. And in 400 days with the minimum 0.5% a day, bang, you've doubled the value of your membership. This is what makes this so hot. It's why so many globally are jumping in. It's what we call a no-brainer. You've got the mechanisms, the credibility, the history, and the future. Everything is perfectly timed. We've got a promotion on right now. If you're seeing this presentation today, this is a triple promotion, which means that that daily 0.5% minimum continues beyond your 400 days, and it goes on for 600 days. So imagine 0.5% a day for 600 days, your 1,000 turns to 3,000 instead of 2,000. Your 10,000 turns to 30,000 instead of 20,000. So if you love the idea of tripling the value of your membership, go ahead and do that by joining earlier rather than later. Take action while the promotion is on. I want to talk a little bit about strategy. So that's the presentation done, all right? That's the decision-making part is over. Credibility, daily rewards, advantage on great new projects before the masses, done. And learning about cryptocurrency through our portal of Mars Academy. All right, that's done. Easy decision, get yourself in. Once you're in, this rebuy strategy, and the example I'm going to use, I'm going to say, imagine you started with $10,000 and the average per month is not 0.5% a day at 15%, it's a little bit more than that. And let's say it's 20% a month as an average over the year, okay? 12-month average, 20%, like 0.6% a day, just a touch over that. That means that your average monthly is $2,000 in rewards. Wow. That for a lot of people is life-changing. What is it? Life-changing. But look at this. In a year, you'll have had $24,000 in rewards. Genius. In my eyes, anyone that turns 10,000 into 24,000 in 12 months is an absolute legend already. But if you don't need the 2,000 a month for cash flow, for survival, if you're in the blessed position where you already have a job that takes care of the bills, or you have a business that takes care of the bills, then this can now become a wealth acceleration mechanism. You can rebuy with your rewards, meaning that in month one, those 2,000 rewards you've repurchased with, in which case in month two, you have earned $2,400 instead of 2,000. Month three, your rewards are 2,880. Month four, your rewards are 3,456, and the total from 10,000 to 20,000 doubling takes just 4 months. How would you like to double the value of your membership in the next 4 months? All right. Now, if we go with the minimum, it might take 5 months, right? Plus or minus, right? But my point is, look at what can happen when you rebuy. Imagine what can happen in a year. Have a guess. took you a quarter to get to 20. A third of a year, I mean. The first 4 months. It goes to $100,000 in the next 9. The power of the rebuy strategy means that you can have $100,000 year with us. Now, why is 100,000 so special for me? Because $100,000 puts you in the top 5% income earners on planet Earth. Did you know that? Most people don't know that. It doesn't take much. That's my point. Most people give up climbing their career ladder or their income goals around 50,000, 60,000 a year. That kind of seems to be in my experience of speaking to thousands of people all over the world. My experiences in the developed countries, people are really, really proud when they hit $50,000, $60,000 a year. If they're on 80,000, they're already in their world at rock star status. But it doesn't take much, does it? Here's what's beautiful. If you're at rock star status in the career world at $60,000 to $80,000 a year, you've only got to come here and make an extra 20, and boom, you've now pushed yourself into that top 5% bracket. An extra 20,000 here in a year pushes you into that top bracket. How about that? So listen, thank you for your attention. I'm going to have a very short break and take a couple of questions, more exciting than part 1. And so my favorite part of the presentation is this part. And here we go. I'm going to get straight into it. So next step, if you're ready to get started, sign up. When should you do that? Immediately. All right. Why? You've had your questions answered. Everything is what it is. Do not delay the decision-making process any longer, because that only makes it painful for you. So get signed up before life gets in the way. It always does. Secondly, commit to learning about the industry. Commit to learning how you can navigate the back office and learn how to move cryptocurrency around. Again, Keith does a phenomenal training every Saturday and Sunday, teaching you how to understand crypto and how to move around the crypto exchanges around the world. So make sure you attend that every single Saturday and Sunday. Like I said, 10 a.m. Saturday UK time, 3 p.m. Sunday UK time. You can attend and learn how to move your money in and out of the platform. Cool, nice and simple. So welcome back. We're now going to do a community members training, and this is for people that want to accelerate the 3x promotion. So imagine that you've bought yourself a membership and you're sat there with a big pretty smile on your face, knowing every day you get your rewards just for being part of the community. So what's the next step? Well, share. All right. This company's clear. What do they want to do? We said it in part 1. They want to build a community that will then bring them 30 million customers on all of their different products and services that they launch in the coming months and years. Really, really simple, smart, strategic move. All right. Phenomenal, committed community, win-win. So our job is to build that community. We've only got one job here. Once we join, we get rewards. It's awesome. The next thing is to help them get where they want to get to. Now, they might get 30 million customers on their own in 5, 6 years, 7, 8 years, right? But with us, we could make that happen in a couple of years. So let's make that happen. So let's have a look at how we can build the community first, who can then bring the customers. Ready? Every time you refer a friend or a contact of yours to this Zoom and they love it, just like you've loved it, boom, they join, right? They join through your link. They're now connected to you forever. And every time they earn anything, you get a 20% match. This is so important. I always say, if you understand this pay plan, you will not sleep. People don't understand this pay plan because they're used to other pay plans that work a little bit differently. So just be present, be focused, watch this. Here's your friend, John. John buys a $1,000 membership. Stay with me. John will earn a minimum of $5 a day, every day, until he's received $3,000. All right. So buys a $1,000 membership. The company commits to tripling the value of that membership over the next period of time, however long that is. If it's a minimum of 0.5% a day, it takes 600 days to get 3x done. You receive $600 rewards for referring John. Now, this is where this is different. You don't receive that up front because the company does not touch this $1,000 and carve it up into shreds until there's nothing left to pay compensation plans. That's not what we do. We leave that for other deals. What happens here is that this $1,000 membership goes to work for John in the marketplace, and it earns John a healthy 0.5% a day, and it earns you 20% of that 0.5%, which is 0.1% a day. So you receive $1 a day in rewards every day because you referred John. Now, what I love about this plan is that it's sustainable, and it's incredibly, ridiculously powerful. Are you kidding me? $600 per $1,000 referral? That's what's on offer here. Look at this, guys and girls. Whatever membership you refer, 60% with the leverage of 3x right now, 60% of the membership value is drip fed back to you in the form of daily matching rewards. How about that? What if John came in at $10,000? Have you thought about that? You may just know somebody that is in a nice, comfortable position in their life, and for them, $10,000 as part of their portfolio of moving forward financially is something they're happy to do. Well, if they come in, guess what? They're turning their 10 into 30 over the next 20 months, and you receive your handsome $6,000 reward for referring them. So the question becomes, how many quality contacts do you know? How many quality contacts are you willing to reach out to up your game? All right. And listen, start with what you got, start where you are. We've all got where we are. That's the life we've got. We've got the contacts we got. If we're in at 300 and we only know $300 people, it doesn't matter. Start where you are. But here's what happens. It's only a matter of time before, when your story starts sharpening itself, other people pay more attention. And before you know it, the $5,000, the $10,000, the $20,000 people start speaking to you as well. Now, imagine if John has got a few contacts that also would love to hear about this. Well, here's what John does. Really simple. John picks up the phone to Mary and says, Mary, listen, I've recently been shared some phenomenal information. I want to share it forward to you. Are you available at 6:30 p.m. UK time Wednesday? Mary says, what is it? I'm not going to spoil it for you. I want you to just trust me and show up. If you're committed to financial abundance, show up. You will not regret it. Mary gets it, shows up. Mary loves it, buys $1,000 membership. Boom. Mary will get her 3,000. John, rightly so, will get 600 for his referral. But what's in this for you? Why would you want to help John build his income? Because for you, when John refers a contact, you get a 15% match on what Mary makes. Every day Mary makes $5, you get 75 cents. How long for? Until Mary's had 3,000 back. Maximum 20 months, could be a lot faster, as you start to see in this presentation. And all of a sudden, you can now see that you can receive $450 per 1,000 on every membership sold on your second level. What about level 3? Is it possible to earn on there? Yes, it is. 10% on level 3. Now, there is one caveat here. You've got to qualify the levels, all right? So there's 3 levels available. How do you qualify them? As it says here, unlock each level with direct referrals. If you refer 1, you earn on 1 level. If you refer 2 people here on level 1, you earn on 2 levels. If you refer 3 people on your first level directly, 3 direct referrals opens up 3 levels. How many levels do you want to open up? What if I told you you could refer 20 people on your level 1 and open up 20 levels of referrals? Well, I just told you. That's exactly how our pay plan works. It's simple, it's clean, it's to the point. And most importantly, it is 100% solid and sustainable. That's my favorite part. I love building solid, sustainable income. Income I can plan with, where I can look into the future and know how I can navigate and maneuver my next 20 months. Amazing. So that's our 20 level plan. Done. Kaputs, finished, right? Done. It's the wrap, but there's some extra. I want to now, remember I talked about the rebuy strategy? I want to share a little bit about this strategy, because sometimes people say, Kalpesh, I'd love to become a top 5% earner in the world and get to 100,000 a year. Wow, in a year. I've never done that. You've already proven to me statistically, globally, nobody ever does. 5% of people only ever make 100,000 or more in a year. I want to be part of that 5%, but I don't have the $10,000, Kalpesh. I've got myself into this situation. And then you give me a nice story about why you got yourself into there, because we've all been there. And I hear the story out and I say, don't worry, it's okay. This company's got your back. I've got some good news for you. It doesn't matter where you are. Look at this. If you just start small, start where you are. If you started with $1,000 and you just committed to do the rebuy until you got to 10, bang, you've already got a story, 10x. I'm in. Might take you 14 or 15 months, happy days. But now you're now on your way. You're building your story. Along the way, while you're building your story, share this Zoom with others and look what happens. It's only a matter of time, right? Mary comes along, and then John comes along, and James comes along, and Harry comes along, and Fred comes along. And before you know it, you've got 10 people that are like you, committed to moving their life forward. Now, those 10 are not as influential as you. They're not as smooth as you. They're not as good looking as you. So they might not produce the same result as you. But I think we'll all agree that pretty much anyone can find 3 people, right? And so these 10 find 3 each around the world that want to move their life forward. And those 3, they're really chilled out, passive. They don't mingle much. You know, they don't need lockdown to be locked in. They stay in anyway. And they only refer a couple of people each. And before you know it, you got 100 people in your organization in your first 3 levels, and boom, you're in the top 5% anyway. So don't fret. There's loads of different ways that you can work that plan out. The key is to commit to getting into that top 5%. And once you're in it, happy days. You've now got a story for the rest of your life. Bearing in mind, I've just shown you how to do it in 3 levels. This does go to 20 levels, right? I did mention that, didn't I? 20 levels. So you work out what's possible beyond that. So that's that part of the pay plan done, right? So simple 20 levels with a rebuy strategy. But then there's another part. The second income that you can earn is our VIP rewards. And here you can consistently and steadily climb your way up the ranks. And as you climb these ranks, you mentioned, Keith and myself mentioned to 5-star. These are ranks that you can create. You can become an expert and follow on from expert to pro, and then 1-star, and so on and so forth. It's all just volume based, right? Team volume. We don't count your biggest leg. All right. So forget that. Everything outside of your big leg, this moves you up the ranks. Dun, 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 dun. And as you move up the ranks, you override everything in your organization in all of those other teams to infinity. Imagine that for a second. Imagine that you were earning 3% on every account to infinity. Well, guess what? There are people doing that. There are people already making the 0.5% overrider to infinity. In fairness, your business is not mature enough as an expert to go beyond 20 levels by much. But what it does, it just sets you up and gives you a nice early win and an overrider. This is a great recognition rank. It shows that you've got the skills. You've got what it takes. It's a huge, huge milestone in our company. And the latest experts to join us recently are Raymond, Marcus, and Miranda. Congratulations. Well done. Very, very well deserved. And this is like the laying of the foundations, right? Consistency brings this. And then we've got more experts around the world consistently laying the ranks. And then we've got our pros around the world. And PK just hit that just recently, a couple of days ago. So he's our pro yesterday, I believe. So he's our pro from yesterday. But again, you know, this comes with consistency, but also working with your teams. You've got your goals in place. You know why you're doing what you're doing, and you're on it. And then, you know, beyond teamwork comes leadership. This is our VIP 1-stars all over the world. And as a 1-star VIP, you are proving your abilities as a leader to lead others to their next level of success. You're helping people in your team achieve expert, achieve pro, and, you know, you're developing depth and strength in your organization. Then we've got the 2-stars. Absolutely awesome, Steve. Rock star result, our most recent 2-star. Absolutely brilliant work. Anyone that gets this rank, they're on their way. These are 5-stars. It's just waiting for time to catch up, just waiting for the rank to catch up. Our 3-stars around the world, and then, of course, our 5-star pinnacle of the mountain. And so super proud to have just joined the previous 4, Tom, Keith, Rodney, and Chris and Francesco, just literally a couple of days ago. So still trying to get over the high of all of that. And again, just reminding everyone, Ryan Zhu is the king of blockchain, right? This guy is documented beyond documentation. He's been in it from day one. He's got a blockchain presence on Amazon Prime in that next blockchain series that is just, boom, knocks it out the ballpark. And so again, articles everywhere. Colin Star Capital establishes a $300 million fund. They did that. Another article. Colin Star buys BI Wang Group for $100 million. This was a mining group they purchased for cash. 2 years after launching Colin Star in 2017, they buy this for $100 million. How many owners of companies do you know that launch a company in 2015 and in 2017 buy a competitor for $100 million cash because they can? Boom, done. Monash University and Colin Star signed a multi-million-dollar agreement. Here on Yahoo Finance, you can read about the Ogilvy Project, Hyperfund, and the Ogilvy Project. What is that? Do your homework, research, have a look what that is. Bringing old money, dusty money, deep, deep inherent wealth money back into this new economy, this new world. They're leading that conversation. And then most recently in October, look at this, the Matrix Protocol, a patented technology licensed to Hcash exclusively, which is our own project, coined the most efficient in the world by CSIRO, Australia's National Science Agency. How about that? Accolades through the roof. Look at this. You know, the people that have invested as angel investors in projects like Binance and Huobi and OKX and Bitz and HitBTC, people that own projects like Who.com and ZB.com and BW and Tron and NEM and Hcash and Coinstar. This is that. It doesn't get more documents. So right time, right place. The only thing now is right decision. It doesn't get better than this. So whatever it is you've been looking for, you found it. And it's a mindset conversation. So are you ready for the next level of your success? And to make that really easy for you to answer, there's a question. If a friend offers you a world-class and fully documented opportunity, what do you do? Like, really, what do you do? Right? So you've already said yes in part one to being a community member, but why wouldn't you share this? So, you know, do you say, yes, let's do something. Let's build something spectacular. Let's just do it. Boom. Is that you? Or do you sometimes resist these conversations? Is your mind set up slightly differently? And do you even sometimes talk yourself out of a great thing? We do this in relationships. We do it with money. We do it with our health. We're constantly talking ourselves out of better things, right? So watch your mind. Your mind can be your best friend or your worst enemy. Everyone in the planet wants a better life. I've never met the human that says, please give me a worse life than the one I've got. And yet most struggle to create something better, right? You know, we make progress, but it's in relative terms, it's very, very slow progress. We don't break through stuff. We kind of repeat the previous generation. And why is that? Well, I learned many, many years ago, your mindset is everything. And either you control it or it controls you. It might sound a little bit simplistic, I know, but the whole personal development industry, which is worth hundreds of billions of dollars a year, is literally trying to get this message across to the average person, that once you grasp this, everything is in your hands. And so I want to give you an example, right? So on the left, we find what we call the common mindset, which is how most people, it's kind of just an easy way out, an easy way to think. Doesn't take much to think like the common mindset. And then the success mindset on the other side, that takes work. It takes constant, non-stop, committed action. So look at the difference, right? For example, a lazy or common mindset will think, oh, it's another scam. Yep, I've seen these before. It's one of those pyramid things. And that's cool. You're right. Because whatever you think is what you manifest in your life. So in the one hand, congratulations, you've come to a conclusion. But if you want to come to a different conclusion, then just find out what the 5% do. And here's what those 5% that make over 100,000 a year do, right? And I've given some leeway. I'm giving 5% that they're doing it, and then there's another 5% that are on their way to joining that other 5%, right? And here's what they do. They train their mind, say, you know what? This could be a scam, and I'm no mug. I'm not stupid. Let me do a little bit of due diligence. And as soon as you do the due diligence, you're like, oh, okay. Oh, Ryan is that guy. Oh, Sam is that guy. Oh, they do own all of this. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Or you might think, you know what? This looks awfully like a pyramid. And then you realize, oh, so does my job. One boss, couple of top management, then me. Oh, okay. School was like that. One headmaster or headmistress, deputies, teachers, and then me. Oh, okay. The whole world, politics is like that. One government, and then their cabinet, and then all of the MPs, and then me. And suddenly you have that epiphany moment. I shouldn't fear the shape. Let me have a little bit of education around this. Network marketing does $200 billion plus a year and growing every year. Over 100 billion a year is paid out in commissions to people that help grow companies. And then the question becomes, how much of that 100 billion a year am I earning? Then it gets simple, doesn't it? I don't have experience, Kalpesh. That's one way of thinking about it, Batman. Another way is I'm ready to learn. And it's just a mindset shift. You're shifting your conversation with yourself. Kalpesh, I can't afford $300. I'm going to say, why not? Like, that's the question, isn't it? Wrong question. So when you say I can't afford $300, you've made a statement of fact. You've created your own reality. When you say, hold on, why can't I've been working 3 years? If I've got $300 spare after 3 years, there's a problem with what I'm doing, surely. Kalpesh, I don't have time. Same thing applies. Why not? You got the same 24 hours as Bill Gates. What's the deal? What is the deal there that you haven't got time? I'd say fight for your time back. Get serious and get committed to owning your life again. What if I fail? What if I succeed? It's the same person, one perception versus another, one conversation versus another. So listen, that's kind of, I think you get the point, right? So again, next step, congratulations if you're ready to join this movement. We're having a blast. We'd love you to join us. Sign up before life gets in the way. Like I said, get yourself on board, and don't let life steal another opportunity away. Do not sit there and say, God, I wish I got into mobile phones. God, I wish I got into the international calling card industry. God, I wish I'd got into the .com boom. I wish I'd got into making an app that worked and went viral. Don't be the I wish person. Be the person that gets in at the right time, at the right place, and make something happen. And then train yourself, refire your dreams, set goals, be specific on your daily actions, and most importantly, learn to share effectively. Sharing is the most important skill you can master in this industry. And once you've mastered it, and here's how you do that, the key to effective sharing in this industry, in this space, is say as little as possible to as many people as possible. I promise you this works every time. If you called 100 people this week and said, listen, I've seen something off the chain insane, and I care enough to want you to see it too. Here's the schedule. What are you going to commit to? Come and spend half an hour with me. If you did that with 100 people, I promise you, even if you're really rubbish at communication skills, you are lousy communicator, you've got zero excitement in you, you will still get 10, 15, 20 people saying, what is it about? And your job is then to say nothing more and say, look, I want you to find out, come to a Zoom with me, and get those 10, 20 people onto a Zoom. And here's what else I promise you. If you get 10, 20 quality people to one of these Zooms, you're going to produce a result. And that result will be the launch pad. And then you just repeat and repeat and repeat, right? So master the invitation skill and then plug in and play. All right.